Have you ever said yes when you really wanted to say no? Or you find yourself feeling physically and emotionally drained because you're that go to person for everybody else's needs? Smart women know that setting boundaries isn't about being mean, it's about self respect, clarity, and protecting one's peace. Today, we're going to dive into setting boundaries like a boss, without guilt, without apology, and without losing ourselves in the process. Hey, what's shaking, soldiers? I'm Savvy D. Jones, your co-living diva. And tonight I have a special guest, Cynthia Hutson, that's going to bring it to us. What is setting boundaries all about? Before we get started, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button, subscribe. That helps the algorithm bring more videos like this into your inbox. Now, today, Cynthia, I want you to go ahead, introduce yourself, let the world know what it is you do well, and we're going to get this party started.
All right, then. I am Cynthia Hutson, your visionary strategist. I want you to know that you are never too old to get any goal, dream that you want. Never too old. I am a visionary strategist. And basically, what that means is that I strategize to help women over 50 create vision in their lives. Specifically, I help women to connect and reconnect with the visions and the dreams that they held before life derailed it all.
Mm.
I'll tell you a little bit about me. I am a teacher at heart. I spent many years in social services, and it was really very unexpected how I came about being a strategist. Um, I spent many years in social services, but when I came out of college, that was not my focus. It
Ah.
was not where I really was headed. You see, I went to school and I had a degree in fashion, clothing, and textiles. And so my heart was set on going to New York, but needed money, needed a job, had those loans. And so I got a job with Department of Human Services. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to be here for a minute until I get to New York. Well, needless to say, I spent 20 years there.
Okay.
But I know now that God put me there for a reason. And that reason was to learn about women, the challenges we
Mm-hmm.
face, the lives we live, what we do for our children. And I came away with my heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my heart started, that even got me on track to coaching. Um, I ended my career as in academia,
Mm-hmm.
but working with elementary ed, early childhood, those were still women dominated
Mm-hmm.
careers. And
Mm-hmm.
believe it or not, the same skill set that I used as a case manager, I
Uh-huh.
used in academia as well.
Oh, and I can see
So,
that. I can see
yeah,
that. I
yeah.
can see that. So our
So,
subject tonight is smart women set boundaries. That must mean that women who don't set boundaries, what's their problem? I mean, what is the issue? So tell me exactly what are personal boundaries and why is it important for us as women to set them?
personal boundaries are really guidelines on how we show people to interact with us. It's a way to show people how to treat us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way that we teach people how to interact with us in relationship. And I speak on personal boundaries because oftentimes the breakdown is with family members,
Yes, yes.
those we are in relationship with, friends, even coworkers. But personal boundaries are really a guideline to how to interact with us, a way a woman shows people how to treat her, how to interact with her.
I think that is so important because we've taken different type of personality tests, and there are those individuals who are people pleasers. There are other individuals who are real dictatorship type individuals. So they just are, they're always pointing and telling somebody what to do, and so there's boundary issues there as well. But I know that as a blue personality and as a campaigner, according to the Meyer-Briggs personality uh, scale, I'm that individual. I'm guilty of that individual who has always wanted everybody to be okay, and sometimes that has been at the
Mm-hmm.
detriment of my own
Yep.
well-being,
Yep.
overextending myself, tired,
Yep.
not wanting to say no because I didn't want to disappoint anybody, and I wanted
Mm-hmm.
everybody to be good.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to us about that. How do we overcome that? How do we set those boundaries that you spoke so eloquently about?
Well, Savvy, I'm going to just go straight in. We have to learn to say no. Saying no is so difficult for women, for many women. Now, conventional wisdom says that we're supposed to be nice, we're supposed to please everyone else, we're supposed to take care of everyone else's needs. But what happens is when you don't say no, you actually reduce yourself. When you
Mm,
think about low self esteem, low confidence, because when you refuse to say no, when you can't say no, you actually set yourself up to be used.
yeah, yeah.
Because there are those
Mm,
who they will manipulate,
mm-hmm.
they they don't care about the fact that you want to get home to the
Oh,
kids, or you want to
yeah.
get home to your man, or you want to get home to go shopping, or you want to do whatever thing it is you want to do. So it all stems from the inability to say no. And here's the thing, you cannot explain your no. I'm going
Oh,
to give you a really good example of what no looks like. If you recall, I guess it's been about 2 weeks ago now that the um, inauguration
mm-hmm.
occurred in the US. Michelle Obama
Oh, yeah.
decided she would not be there.
Yeah, yeah.
She offered, I'm not aware, she offered no explanation, no justification, no rationale, no reasoning, but her no was understood. And it was a strong no.
Yes,
And now I'm not politically saying whether it was right or wrong. I am speaking of the example
yes.
of how to say a no.
Right. Oh my
Because
God.
when here's what happens when you explain it, you say, "Oh well, no, this not this time because I have to go wherever." When you explain it, you diminish it
Mm,
and you leave an opening. You leave a space for someone to say, well, go ahead and do it. Just give me 15 more minutes. Or, well, okay, just do it this time and I won't ask again.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
No, when you say no, there is no explanation to it. It is
It's
a
no.
complete
No means
sentence,
no.
it stands on its own. And that is the crux of it all.
that is so, you know, in here in the Mexican culture, they have a hard time saying no. You know, they see it as like being rude, or not accommodating, and they're such a loving and accommodating people, and they do not want to disappoint. So here in Mexico, we rarely hear no when asking something. And so to hear you talk about Michelle Obama, what a magnificent example of unapologetically saying, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not going. I'm not interested. No. The loudest no I've ever heard.
Yes, it was the perfect example of no. And then there's some other offshoots of that. When you talk about women not being willing to say no, unfortunately, in many cultures, that's how we're reared, that we're supposed to accommodate, that we're
Right,
supposed to
right.
be the one that makes sure everything is okay and that everybody is okay. But what about self?
What about self?
Yeah, what about self?
Yeah.
And I think another reason, you spoke briefly about people pleasing. We don't want anyone to be upset with us.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We want people to like us.
Mm-hmm.
We want people to think highly of us. And in actuality, like I said earlier, it makes people think less of you, because you become the person. We know we can use that person. We know we
Exactly.
can manipulate that person. And there's something else. I think I shared this previously. All the women that are in my circle who travel, well, there is a trip that women should never go on when setting boundaries, and that is the guilt trip, because
Exactly.
people
Right.
will send you there.
Hey, Denise,
People will take
welcome.
you on the guilt trip,
Yes,
and you
they will.
cannot go there.
You are so true, so true, so true. Denise, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat and we will try to get to them. Thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh, the guilt trip. Oh my gosh, how many times have I purchased that ticket?
And so, it's very deep, it's very sensitive. I would never say that it's easy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a necessary thing that we have to do. In fact, even a personal story from my own life. I've been coaching now for it's been about 15 years, and I started with the very first purpose planner that I did, the very first visionary experience that I did. And I'm using my current terminology. Some people would call this a vision board, but I call
Mm-hmm.
it a purpose planner or
Mm-hmm.
a visionary experience. And about that time, maybe 15, yeah, it's been a while. When I first started, I, on my vision board, I made I put this circle, a big yellow circle. Well, not maybe so big.
Mm-hmm.
And inside it, I wrote PPL, people pleasing, because I was grappling with that. I was coming into knowing where I was falling short. And so I
Mm-hmm.
put that on my vision board. And I told you I'm a teacher at heart. So I had bought these little, like the red stars, when you do
Uh-huh.
good
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
teacher puts that star on your paper.
Mm-hmm.
And so every time when I would go out or I'm interacting, just living life, and I had an opportunity to not be a people pleaser and to
Oh,
navigate that, I would run home, get my little red sticker, boom, and I would put it on that
wow.
little yellow circle
Right.
until that circle was completely filled with red star. I did this for me, because I'm not going to
Wow.
sit here and act like these have not been challenges for me, because they have. And
Yes.
that's why I can speak a lot of that from
Mm-hmm.
personal experience. It's very true. Personal experience is a great teacher.
Mm-hmm.
But that was how I made myself get over people pleasing. And it was just something nobody else knew what I was doing because
Right,
my
right.
vision board, I kept it where I could see it,
Yeah.
but I knew what those stars meant. I
Right.
knew what I was navigating. And so I would encourage women, you know, just stop it. Start today challenging yourself to get over that.
Right, right. Now, Cynthia, let me ask you this. We as women, we're multifaceted. We're moms, we're siblings, we're children, we're, leaders, we're participants. Where would
Mhm.
you say we experience the most difficulty setting boundaries? Is it with our family? Is it with our boss? Is it with our neighbor? Is it with our pastor? I mean, where do we find the most challenge setting boundaries?
I think the most challenge is within the family. And those children, they know how to turn that little manipulation button. Kids
Hmm.
learn early how to get what they want.
In the crib.
And we as moms, because that's a hat I wear too. We as moms, we want the best for our children. We
Yes.
want we don't want to see them hurting. We don't want to see them in lack. And so they know that.
Oh, yeah,
And that
absolutely.
is where, even I think, even more so than in relationships, but
Mm.
it's usually family. It's those that are closest to us, because people who have no relationship with
Hmm.
us, or
Hmm.
people who have no heart connect, it's more difficult for them to um, press upon us and
Right.
our boundaries. We can set our boundaries clearer with
Hmm.
those who we don't have an emotional connection with. So
Hmm.
I would definitely say it's within the family. The
Okay. I,
family
I, I think
structure.
I would tend to agree. I would tend to agree. So, what are the consequences of not setting boundaries with our children, with our
Oh my
spouse or
God.
significant
With
other?
people, with people, period, there are so many difficulties and so many negative things that can occur when we don't set boundaries, starting with our health
Mm.
and our wellness. Have you ever thought about, like, when you have that headache,
Oh,
when your
yes.
stomach is churning,
Hmm.
those extra pounds, a lot of that stuff we're eating to stuff down those emotions. We take on so much and we feel like we have to do it. We feel like we're obligated to do it.
Hmm.
But our mental health is at risk, our physical health is at risk.
Wow.
We stand to be treated less than because
Uh-huh.
people see, oh, she's a pushover. Oh,
Uh,
she's going to do it. Oh, she doesn't have a backbone.
mm-hmm.
Who wants to hear that? It damages your self-esteem.
Yes, it
It
does.
damages your confidence. All of those things are at risk. Not setting boundaries is uh, it's stress.
Oh,
It's a
yes.
representation of stress. And we all know what stress does.
Oh,
Stress,
yeah.
um, it presents in numerous ways.
Oh, absolutely.
Just like the
Absolutely.
headaches, the weight gain, the irritability,
Hmm.
all of that, you
Oh,
know.
absolutely. Fatigue, um, heart problems, blood pressure problems. I mean, physical, emotional, and even financial. When we're not able to set
Yes,
boundaries, there are financial
yes,
consequences for it.
yes. And I am not a doctor, but I would even take a step further to say it touches on leads to depression.
Oh,
If it's
yes.
long going and long standing, that's why I really want women to win. I want women to understand that you're not required to do it all. You're not required to carry the burden.
Hmm.
Another area, even when you think about growth and comfort, so often because a woman won't say no, her comfort level, she wants to be comfortable. She
Hmm.
doesn't want to ruffle any feathers, so she can't grow, even on that career, you know.
Hmm.
So when you speak about all the detriment or the downside, it impacts in all of those areas. And
Yes.
it can impact even on the job because you don't want to be uncomfortable,
Right.
you know,
Right.
so you won't take that step. So growth, comfort, they can't live together. And all
Hmm.
of that leads to negative outcomes.
Yes, absolutely. So now tell me some activities that we can do, that we can practice if if you are if you're somebody that's struggling with saying no. You're always taking on too much, and you're so stressed out, your shoulders and neck hurt, you're suffering with headaches or migraines, sleepless nights because you done overextended yourself. What can we do?
Well, one thing you can do is start doing some affirmations. Just speak kindly to yourself. Stand
Hmm.
in the mirror and speak kindly to yourself. Say things that you know will motivate you. Um, I am intelligent, smart. I can stand up for myself. I
Hmm.
can speak life over myself. But the activity that I wanted to share with you, it might even give us some insights into what a woman can do. Can
Okay.
we
All right.
can I
Hey, minded man.
share
I just joined
activities?
us. Hey, Sonia.
So I want all of your guests, I want anybody that's listening, if you can just grab a sheet of paper or get your device, or if you got the notes in your phone, somewhere, I want you to jot some things down.
Okay.
And so, what I want you to jot down, and this is going to help in your question on what can we do. I want you to jot down, thinking, I don't know, maybe within the next 2 weeks, all the appointments that you have. I want you to write every appointment that you have between now and the next 2 weeks. Write down all of your commitments. And I'm gonna give you a moment to write this down and
Girl, because
take a
I need
minute to
more.
start.
I need more than a moment. I need more than a moment. Hold on.
I-
Okay.
Write down all your appointments, all of your commitments.
Okay.
Write down all of your projects. What's all the projects you're working on right now? And when you write this stuff, I want you to be, be honest and write it all down and think about everything that you do, that you have on your calendar for the next couple weeks, all your obligations.
Okay.
And so we'll take maybe another minute. I hope your audience is out there writing too. Are they writing?
I believe they are. I'm trusting that they are. I'm trusting that they are. Um,
All appointments, all
Girl.
commitments, all projects, all obligations within the next 2 weeks. Got those wrote down? Got those
Okay.
written down?
I
Got
wrote
those.
the ones for this week. To remember what they are for next week, I'd have to run upstairs and get my calendar because I got the whole calendar filled.
Okay, okay. So, first thing you're going to do, appointments, like necessary appointments, like a doctor's appointment or something for work. If anything like that is on the list, go ahead and put a line through it. Any doctor appointments, any work commitments, things that, your job depends on it, go ahead and put a line through that. Now, what is left on your list, I want you to look at the things that bring you joy.
Oh,
And I mean real joy, not fake joy, not joy that you're doing something for someone else. I'm speaking authentic joy, things that just set your heart aglow. Now, what is left on your list are things that you probably do not need to have on your list. These usually represent things that you have taken on, projects, obligations that overwhelm you, that bound you up. When I do this activity in person and I walk around, I see very few circles.
wow.
I see very few items that women list that they are doing that brings joy.
Wow. Wow.
I want you to look at your list and assess it realistically.
That is really powerful. And you know what? I'm just gonna put this out there. I'm gonna be transparent with
Franken.
one of the things that I ended up crossing off is huh? Huh?
No, I didn't say anything.
So what one of the things that okay, so one of the things that I crossed off that's on my list that doesn't bring me joy is having to call the leadership of individuals in the church to do something that has been required of them for an upcoming event. So that does not bring me joy.
See?
But it's on the list.
See? But those things that are left, those that shows you what you're overburdening yourself with, what you're overwhelming. I rarely see a lot of circles. Some people,
wow.
I rarely see many circles. So I would leave with you, circle the joy, circle the joy. And so that's one of the ways you can decide how to start setting your boundaries. How to start setting your boundaries. Think about yourself, your health. It's not easy, but it's a necessary task.
Yeah, yeah.
Loving ourselves includes our mental health, our spiritual health,
yes,
our joy, what we want on our plate for ourselves, our peace. And I'll go back with the old folks used to say, peace of mind.
right.
Peace
Absolutely.
of mind.
Absolutely.
I didn't understand that as a young person. Peace
Oh,
of mind.
yeah,
What
yeah.
are they? How's that? You don't give somebody a peace. Now that I'm here, I understand.
Right, right.
I want to see women win. I want to see women thrive. I want to see women going for the visions, the things that they put on the back burner,
Yes.
the things that they put everyone else's needs ahead of theirs. It's not too late.
Right.
You
Right.
know, you
You're
can
so
still
it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth.
you can still do that.
Yeah.
So
Cynthia, this has been really good. I met you a year ago at our Jumpstart Your Souljourn Women's Retreat that
Yes.
we have every year in Chicago,
Yes.
Jalisco, Mexico. What go ahead and share what your experience was with that, and then I also want you to share what you are offering our viewers, how to get in contact with you. But let's start
Absolutely.
with how we met, with that experience from
You
last
know
year.
what? That was a boss bomb, one of the best experiences I have had. And what's so key about it, the network, and I am still connected
Yes.
to yourself and all of those women that were there. It was a bonding, it was a collaborative, it was a
Hmm.
spiritual, it was just a joyful and great experience. I loved seeing the country of Mexico. I
Hmm.
loved seeing the culture. I loved all the activities that we did, even the walking. It was
Yeah.
great. It was great.
Yeah.
I I really enjoyed it. And I think I know what I enjoyed the most was the women that I'm connected to now.
Yeah. It was a special
I
group of women.
I enjoy that because networking and having a friend group, having like-minded women is so key in just living life, you
Yes.
know, and socializing and
Hmm.
having those like-minded friendships, building that network, and
Yes.
just that was really the best part of it, was meeting the women that I met and
Okay.
still being connected to all of them. I mean, in fact, last night, Bonita.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we connected, and I'm just, I'm sad that I won't be at the upcoming one because I know it's going to probably be even better. I'm jealous because it'll probably be
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
better. But it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. And anybody who is on the fence or wondering about participating this year, if it's any way possible, it was an awesome experience.
Well,
And
thank you.
I knew no one when I
Right.
went.
Right. Yeah.
I
That was.
knew no one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I always feel so proud of myself because I went by myself to somewhere where I'd never been, didn't know the language, didn't know the currency, but it was all good. It was
Right.
all good. So
Right.
again, if anybody has any of those concerns, go for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
great. It was
The
great.
retreat is going to be this year. Matter of fact, this month. It's the end of this month, the 21st through the 27th. We still have seats available. I will leave a link in the description, and you can contact myself or our lead facilitator, Sonia Faloyan, and we would be glad to have you come down. It is going to be amazing. Because of the review that you, Cynthia, and the some of the other ladies gave, we have incorporated more rest. We don't want you coming and being bogged down every day with something to do or someplace to go. But we've incorporated the rest. You guys said that we needed to incorporate in there, and so we are so grateful for that. Now, Cynthia, before we leave, please tell us how we can get in touch with you, what it is that you offer. I know that you are the visionary strategist, but you are also a life coach, and you have a program that is going to help women get free of not of having so many boundaries or limitations on their life because they don't know how to set boundaries. So go ahead and give us that information.
Okay. Um, I can put it in the chat, but I have
Sure.
what's called the boundary breakthrough. And what that is, it's a session where you get clarity on your vision, your purpose, and you leave that session with a plan. And so I would offer that to anyone, the link is in the comment section.
Okay,
And
great, great.
then what we're going to be doing starting at the end of the month, in fact, looking at my calendar here, I have what's called the Circle of Vision. The
Okay,
Circle of Vision is a free weekly circle of like minded women who are ready to walk in their purpose. We
okay,
meet
great.
once a week via Zoom, and it's a powerful session where women walk away with some solid insights on accomplishing the goals that they have for their life.
Thank
And
you.
that starts February 18th at 9 a.m. It runs for exactly 1 hour. And I would encourage anyone to come to that. And you can send me if you want to be on the list, you can email me at Cynthia at Cindy Speaks Life. And Cindy is spelled Cyndee, Cynthia at Cindy Speaks Life.com.
Okay, all right. There you have it. Cynthia, it has been a pleasure having you on. I look forward to more of these sessions. Especially when you get your YouTube open and
Yes,
updated. I
when I
know that
get
it's
it
going
up
through a
and
little
going.
transformation. It's going through a little transformation. Okay, but we want to see you. We want to hear more from you. You are a wealth of information and such a delight. So I want to thank those who joined us tonight. We have the link in the chat for you. I will make sure that I will also put that link in the description. You also have Cynthia's email address to contact her. Get in touch with her. She has some good stuff to offer you. Again, I am Savvy D Jones, the co-living diva. Here on this channel, we talk about life in Mexico. We talk about the importance of you that are approaching retirement to get a slide hustle in place so that when it's time to retire, you can slide off into that thing. Because like I've been telling you guys for months, years, that I didn't know if Social Security was going to be around. And now look, we got Elon Musk knowing what our business is. He knows our Social Security number. He knows our banking information. He's over Social Security and don't know nothing about it. But I told y'all, I said I didn't know what it's going to look like, but I told y'all that I thought it was going to be a little different. I didn't think it was going to be such a drastic difference. But get you a slide hustle in position. Do something that you genuinely love. We all should have some type of
Yeah.
empire that we're building for generational wealth. You don't just leave your job, your government job, and go sit on your laurels. No, you want to always be making money so that you don't have to worry about Social Security. You don't have to worry about your pensions, whether or not that's going to be enough, because you got something else that's building. Until
Yes.
next time, be well, live free, and prosper.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.